Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Had a Copy Kekkai Genkai. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. I got this idea while reading your ideas. I'm sorry to say that I'm not making any of your ideas recently and I'm not uploading regularly. I promise that I will change my schedule back to regular, but only after a few more weeks. Something is going on in my life that, it's personal, and yeah, I don't have enough time to not even sit and make a proper video for you guys most of the time. And moving onwards to the next thing that I want to say before continuing this video, kindly please can you send me the ideas that will be mainly Naruto specific, because yeah, I haven't watched most of the animes. Like, I hate watching One Piece, man. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's just that it's too damn long. I don't have enough time to even watch the animes that I like that have came out this year. I haven't watched, a lot of animes. I haven't even watched the time I got reincarnated as slime movie. I love that anime mainly, but yeah, I want to watch that movie. I didn't have the time to do so. The thing is that once I have the time and proper, I'll watch the whole animes that you suggest, or even read the mangas, and then I'll make a story in the future. But for the time being, please be Naruto specific and in Naruto universe. No crossovers, and yeah, be creative in Naruto universe at least, hopefully. And if you want to make a crossover, all we can do is Percy Jackson, DC, Marvel. I haven't made any Marvel ones on this channel or even in the past channels, but yeah, I'll try my best. But DC one, yeah, I have done that. Or even Dragon Ball Z crossover, mainly at least up to Super, because I haven't been able to catch up in what is going on in the next one. Anyways, at least, hey, that gave me an idea. How about what if Naruto had Ultra Ego as well as Ultra Instincts? Do let me know in the comment section what you guys think of that. And if you're new here, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're an OG returning here as well. And yeah, leave your comments in the suggestion, mainly Naruto specific. Okay guys, I know the intro has gotten long, but please bear with me. Anyways, enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's movie. Our story begins 5 years after the Kyuubi attack in Konohagakure no Sato, as we go towards the said village to see that the atmosphere was of that of a festive, as the village in the night time was mainly lit up, as the older generation and the younger generation were all enjoying themselves. Some were drinking and reminiscing the horrible night that happened and occurred 5 years ago, while some of them were busy teaching the events of the 5 years ago night to the younger generation who were born at the time, while some of them were busy doing their own thing, and that was gather around, form a mob, and chase after someone who possessed the Biju himself. Someone from the council leaked out this information and revealed that a kid born at the time was the one who the Hokage sealed the Biju in. The people begin to assume that their Hokage has left the Biju in a weakened state to finish the job for him. And that is why these bunch of people with similar mindset have all gathered today and tonight to finish what their Hokage started. And that is why we go towards an alleyway where we see a bunch of people with a sinister smirk on their face. Their hands, mainly the ones in the front, were covered in blood, but not their own, because in front of them, laying in his own pool of blood, was a 5-year-old resident in Shuriki and orphan of the said village, Naruto Uzumaki. His blonde hair was covered in red, which was his own blood. His eyes were barely half lit open. His vision was going blurry and steady again and again. He was injured both internally and externally and losing blood fast. As that is when we see the leader of the mob then said, "You're going to die tonight, demon. We'll finally finish what our Hokage started. This is what our Hokage left us for us to finish. He has weakened the Biju, but even he, himself being the strong, couldn't defeat it. Now that it is in a human skin and weakened, we can finally get rid of it and finish his job." As now we see, people begin to cheer as the man brought out a kunai. It was a tri-pronged kunai that he has stolen or gotten from somewhere. You know what this is, demon? This is the weapon of the fourth Hokage that he used. The tri-pronged kunai that he possessed. As that is when one of them asked, "How did you get it?" "Don't ask me how. I have it. I spent it a lot to get this. I wanted to honor him by sacrificing the demon blood with his own weapon." As now we see, he was about to stab the boy. As that is when something inside of him just happened. As Naruto, in a blink of an eye, was standing on the other side, the same tri-pronged kunai in his hand, as there were huge amount of steel matrices going around on his both arms, as Naruto was panting heavily, as on the other side, the people were standing still. That is, until all of them had blood seeping out of them, as if huge amount of cuts were formed on their bodies. As now we see, next moment, they all fell down into huge chunks of meat pieces on the ground, and there was blood everywhere. So much blood that it leaked out of the alleyway as Naruto just stood there, panting heavily. He witnessed that his wounds began to heal because of those matrices that appeared, and soon after that, they returned back, as if they weren't even there to begin with. As that is when Naruto then said, "What the hell just happened?" As that is when we see the Anbus arrived, mainly those who were in favor of Naruto, such as Team Ryu. As that is when Naruto, who was standing there with shock-filled expression, came face to face with Ino, his protector. "Naruto, what is going on here? What have you done?" I don't know. As that is when Kakashi, seeing that what has happened, he signaled his team, as they all began to clear up, as Kakashi neck-chopped Naruto to knock him out. As that is when he witnessed what Naruto was holding. As his eyes widened, tri-pronged kunai. But how? As his eyes narrowed, looking towards the people. "I have to get to the Hokage. Team Ryu, I'm leaving this mess to you. Can you do this?" "Leave this to us, Chief. Go do what you have to do." As with that, Kakashi sentient away while the team cleaned after him. Into the Hokage office, we go there to see that Hiruzen, even on this eventful night, was busy dealing with the paperwork that was left behind. The bane of every Hokage. As now we see Kakashi arrive there. "What is it, Kakashi? Can't you see I'm busy right now?" said Hiruzen, instantly knowing who it was. "Hokage-sama, it's about Naruto. He's here with me." As now we see Hiruzen got up in an instant on the from his chair and looked towards the boy. "What happened to him? Why is he in this state? Covered in... Is that blood?" "Yes, Hokage-sama. Seemingly most of him it is his, from the look of it." "What? What do you mean most of his is his? Why didn't you take him to the hospital then? It's useless. I mean, the wounds are already healed." "What do you mean the wounds are already healed, Kakashi?" said Hiruzen, looking at him angrily. "See for yourself, Hokage-sama." As that is when Hiruzen himself was quite shocked when he witnessed that there was remaining few wounds that were closing up by themselves. How is this possible? What is happening here? I don't know. Do you think it's the Kyuubi, Hokage-sama? No, it wouldn't be. I don't sense any Kyuubi's chakra, and I knew how it felt because I fought it damn near close, face to face. As that is when Hiruzen's eyes narrowed. "Take off his shirt. I need to see the seal." As after that we see the seal was seen, as everything was as it should be and normal. As that is when we see Hiruzen said, "Everything is as it should have been. I don't see anything wrong with the seal. Seal is working fine." Then how is this possible? Maybe Naruto has healing factor, much more stronger than any other Uzumaki. Could be. "Why did you brought him here again? And how is he in this condition?" said Hiruzen, shaking his head, trying to get back at track. It was a huge mob. Naruto was standing on the other side when we arrived there, and in his hand was this. As Hiruzen's eyes widened, a tri-pronged kunai. It was used by, I know, Minato-sensei. I don't know how he has it, but no, it can't be. Naruto wouldn't have known. Naruto shouldn't know. He can't. How does he even have this? As that is when another member arrived. "Hokage-sama, from what I have heard, one of the members in that mob has gotten that kunai, mainly in an auction." "An auction? These weapons are stored safely away in the Hokage safe house. How can it be an auction?" "Track that down, Kakashi. I want to shut down and all of them who are involved arrested. I don't care how much it takes, Hokage-sama." As another envoy arrived, "The council have gathered and they demand your presence." "Demand?" "Hiruzen-sama, I think you should go. Leave Naruto here with me. We'll be waiting in the office." "Wait here, Kakashi. I'll be back soon." As now we see Hiruzen arrive inside the Hokage office and sit down on his chair. "What is the meaning of this, first of all? Who are in the right mind on hell are you to demand anything from me?" As everyone in the council was shocked because of his behavior. Mainly the civilians would just do as they pleased and Hiruzen would just let it go. But now, He seemingly looked pissed. Well, first of all, Hokage-sama, the demon has killed a lot of civilians, and with that said, a kunai was lunged towards the mouth and, piercing straight through his mouth, the civilian council member was killed in an instant. As Koharu then said, "Are you out of your mind, Hiruzen? What is the hell is wrong with you?" "Wrong with me? What in the hell is wrong with all of you? I have told you again and again to not mention that, and yet you still do. And I am sure that I remember that it was punishable by that. Why are you all questioning my judgment that if I did something wrong?" "Enough of this," said Danzo. "What I want to know, and everyone wants to know here, Hiruzen, why did the boy killed a lot of people? You know that the boy killed a lot of people, but you do not know that the boy was ambushed and attacked by the people." As Danzo at that moment realized that Hiruzen was on edge. And he should be on edge as well, because Hiruzen was downright mad, and he was ready to pounce at any moment and kill them all if he even has to. Meanwhile, the Shinobi Council was just quiet, watching everything because they were neutral in all of this. They were told by the Civilian Council, the Hokage, and even the elders to not get involved when the matters came to Naruto because of their biased opinions on his heritage. Most of the Shinobi Council members knew, but the civilians, they were kept in secret. "Hokage-sama, the boy needs to be taken care of, put on a leash, because what he has done, if it happens again, don't you think I should have also put a leash on you guys? You guys do everything you wish to do." And I have found out something more interesting. As the kunai was placed on the table, more like slammed by Hiruzen. "This kunai was in auction. It should have been in my vault, in the Hokage office vault." "What?" said Danzo. "The Hokage things are now going into auction, and people are buying it, for goddamn sake. I want them all traced, found. If any of you are involved in this, I will give you lesser punishment. You will be punished, but lessly. You wouldn't be executed, at least. So tell me honestly." As that is when he released all of his killer intent on the civilian council members, as they all shivered because they knew Hiruzen, for the first time in many years, was back at his prime and downright mad. "It was Mibuki-san. She was the one who told us to do this," said one of the civilian members, and in an instant the whole civilian council was arrested and put on execution list, as everyone was downright scared when this happened. The elders tried to get involved, as Homura did, and he was not even spared, as he then said. Hiruzen then said to him, "Don't get me wrong, Homura. Just because we were teammates, don't expect any kind of leverage from me. If you are involved in this, I'll kill you by my own hands." As both Koharu and Danzo were quite shocked because they haven't seen Hiruzen this mad before. As now we see Hiruzen arrived back at his office after all of this happened in one night. The sun was rising as he sat down on his desk, and after thinking for a bit, looking at the village, his eyes narrowed. He had made his decision, and it would be the best decision for Naruto in his opinion. As he wrote down a letter and summoned Monkey King Enma. "Hiruzen, Enma, it's been a long time, friend." "It has been. Why did you summon me? I see that there is no battle going on." "Yes, I know, old friend. Today I have a job for you that is quite easy, and yet quite important." "What?" "This letter. I need you to deliver it to the Toads. Tell them to hand it over to Jiraiya, and make sure that he gets back to me ASAP." "Alright, it will be done." And with that, Enma vanished, and within few days, Naruto recovered because he was still unconscious after what has happened. Jiraiya was contacted, and he got the letter. And he even gave the reply to Hiruzen that he will be there in 2 days. And within these 2 days, we see that Hiruzen and Kakashi visiting Naruto multiple times. As one of the doctors then had just one day before Jiraiya's arrival, something to tell to Hiruzen. "Hiruzen-sama, Naruto's vital has been normal. I was doing some physical test and examination. I found out something quite interesting." "What?" The boy has a Kekkai Genkai, sir." "A Kekkai Genkai?" "Yes. It's kind of a mirror image Kekkai Genkai. The boy will be able to replicate anything, in my opinion. Whatever he sees, any shinobi, taijutsu, kenjutsu, or even fuinjutsu move, with just bare glance." What? But there's something more, Hokage-sama. What is it? It is a artificial Kekkai Genkai, made by someone who knows Fuinjutsu. What? Said Hiruzen with even more shock. What do you mean it is an artificial Kekkai Genkai? I don't know what that means, but it is. I have proof for that, as that is when the doctor and Hiruzen moved together towards Naruto, as the doctor placed his chakra into Naruto's seal, as huge amount of seals begin to appear on his body, going from both of his palms all the way in the form of a line to his chest and then to his legs. The whole body was covered in seals, and soon after that, the seals disappeared as if nothing existed there, as Hiruzen's eyes widened. What is this? This matrix, it looks like... I know what it looks like, Hokage-sama. It looks like a chakra network of its own, set on automation, right? Yes. How is this possible? Who did this? As that is when we see, surprisingly enough, Jiraiya was standing on the window. As he then said, I know who did. As both of them turned around to find Jiraiya was standing there, as Hiruzen was surprised. Jiraiya, I thought that you would take a day or more. Yeah, I thought so too, but then I remembered something. Remembered what? Something that I need to see for myself and something that I have confirmed. What do you mean by that? I don't understand anything, said a confused Hiruzen. The seal that you saw, it was an artificial project done by Minato and Kushina together in their spare time. They were doing this because they wanted an edge. Minato basically wanted an edge over the Kekkai Genkai users or Dojutsu users, and that is why this was created. But it was in a testing phase. I did not thought for a moment that both of them, or either one of them, would be crazy enough to place this on their newborn. Wait, said Hiruzen with shocked expression. So you mean to say that Minato or Kushina, or either one of them, has done this? Yes, Sensei. I think so too. As that is when we see Hiruzen and said, oh my god. Is it? No, it's not going to tamper with the original seal that is placed there. It is a completely independent and different seal, Sensei. You don't need to worry about that. But what I do need to worry about is that how Naruto is going to progress from now on. He obviously has seen this move somewhere that he did, chopping so many shinobis off, and civilians off in an instant, making them look like utter fools. He was scared for goddamn sake. Sensei, look, I think I know what we need to do with Naruto now. What is it? I need to take him away to the Toad Mountain, away from the village, like I said before. No, Jiraiya, I cannot allow you to leave with the 5-year-old. There's danger out there. What if someone finds out whose son he is? And what kind of safety is within the village when he was downright attacked and almost killed again and again for the past 5 years, Sensei? As Hiruzen was quiet on that one because he knew what Jiraiya said has right. Please, I'm telling you, I can do this. Leave Naruto to me. I am his godfather, for goddamn sake. Let me fulfill my responsibility. Fine, I'll allow this. What about the council, Hokage-sama? To hell with them. They're not gonna stop me. They're not foolish enough. And besides, Jiraiya will take care of Naruto. It is high time we tell the council at least who he really is. Wait, you can't be serious. You're aiming to tell them? Yes, the civilian council is all but executed a few weeks ago. Only the elders and the shinobis remain. Yeah, I heard. Those bastards trying to defile the name of Hokage and mainly Minato by killing his own son? What kind of sick bastards thinks of that? They didn't knew. It is my fault. I should have told them long before. But I couldn't risk it. But now that he is safe and away, it should be fine. Keep him away from the village as much as you can, Jiraiya, for as many years possible. Until he's ready to protect himself, don't return. I see, Sensei. As now we see Jiraiya and Naruto then left the village. Naruto was still unconscious when Jiraiya left with him, as Hiruzen called for a council meeting again, as the elders were quite shocked to find out whose son he was. As for the shinobis, they were pissed because they knew, but they only had a guess. Why did you not tell this to us? You saw what happened. This is what I was scared of, but mainly from the other villages. Damn it, we should have protected the boy. Your hunch was right, Shikaku. What a drag. And we called ourselves his friends. Both of their friends. Where is the boy right now? With Jiraiya. None of you should worry. The boy will return once he's ready. As now we see, we have a time skip. Time skip 2. All the way when Naruto turned 12 years and a few months old. Just a few months before his return back to Konoha. Naruto, after waking up, was quite shocked that he was somewhere away from Konoha with this man. And after reading a letter from his Gigi, he was able to understand what is going on. As Jiraiya told him that he was kind of his godfather. He knew his parents, but he couldn't tell them because of Hokage's orders right now. As after that, Naruto, for the time being, because of his curiosity and knowing that he was someone that was friends with his parents, went along with it because his Gigi trusted him. It took it a few months for Naruto to trust Jiraiya completely and know what kind of a person he was. And Naruto, after that, began his training journey with Jiraiya. As now we see time begin to pass by, both of them begin their journey as they traveled from village to village and learned a lot of things. During their journey, they also met with Tsunade, who was also a friend of, his parents as well as of Jiraiya. And Tsunade also taught Naruto a lot of useful things. Thanks to his artificial Kekkai Genkai, Naruto was able to pick up on almost all of the things within a month. Just within a glance, he was able to learn and master the technique. Even he couldn't understand how, but Jiraiya told him that it was because he was a, prodigy, once in a lifetime, and Naruto bought it. As they traveled from not only to the land of fire, but also into the other lands, such as they even went to Suna, which was their ally nation, and into Kumo. There, Naruto even got the opportunity to meet and train with other Jinchurikis, such as Killer Bee, Ryuji Choni, and he also met with Gaara, who was well scared of meeting him and of everyone, and even of himself. The boy hasn't slept for almost 4 or 5 years of his life at the time that they met each other. But thanks to Naruto being there with him and opening up with him, seeing how he has felt the same as being a para in his own village, both of them gained a bond and became friends. And somewhat thanks to that, Gaara was able to sleep peacefully without damaging that much of village most of the nights. And as for Eva, it was avoided mainly. That is until after their last stop came, which was at the age of 12, 1 year before they departed for Konoha. Naruto has learned and mastered most of the things such as Kenjutsu, Fuinjutsu, healing arts, and so on. And while they traveled and passed by from Kirigakure, they saw that the war was going on and a lot of people were injured. As Naruto and Jiraiya decided to help them in and take them away by throwing smoke bombs at those who were trying to kill the people. As in a safe spot, Naruto began to do healing jutsu techniques that he has learned from Tsunade. As after healing them, we see that the leader, which was a woman, woke up. It's alright, Mayta. You're safe. Jiraiya of the Sani. What are you doing here? We asked Konoha for help, but they declined, I thought. Don't get me wrong, I don't know anything about this, but what I do know is that we were passing by and saw you get in trouble. My student over there, he thought that we should help you, and that is why we're helping you out. As that is when she saw that a 12-year-old boy, Naruto, was healing some of the soldiers who looked quite grateful. As now we see, after that, Naruto then said, good, you wake up. Here, drink this. It's quite bitter, but it'll get you back to your feet. As after that we see her nose crunched because of the smell, and after she drank it, she almost barfed it out. But everything was, as Naruto said, soon she was able to get back at her feet. Almost a little bit bandaged up and bruised, but otherwise completely fine, and chakra recovered. I'm grateful for what you have done. Thank you so much. It's the least we could do. Yes, I know. Why is there a war going on? Said Naruto as Jiraiya and both Mei, who were talking to one another, then said, we're in the middle of the war. We possess Kekkai Genkais and, some of the others in our village think that we are cursed and should be killed. Like demons. As Naruto flinched because he has been called it more than once time in his life already. As Naruto then said, we should we should stay here and help you guys. What? Naruto, it is dangerous here. They don't have a medic. If they get injured, at least we can heal them, staying in the back of the lines. That is the least we can do, right? That will be grateful. If you wish to help. Otherwise, you can leave. We'll be fine. Thank you for your help. No, we will help. Naruto, can we talk? As Jiraiya and Naruto then said, Sensei's gonna kill me, kid, if he finds out that you're doing this behind his back. We don't have much time. We're gonna go back to the village soon. You have finished your training already. We're just taking a detour before we return. Yeah, because of your, well, research, we know. As Jiraiya said, now is not the time to talk about that. It is serious. I'm serious as well, Sensei. You don't need to worry about this. I'll stay at the back of the line, I promise, with you. And we'll train. In the meantime, while they all go and fight. And if there are any more injured, we'll just heal them. Damn it, kid. Fine. Just because we're already here and you have showed that you have learned a lot of healing techniques. Thank you. Thank you so much. As after that we see Mei and the others were quite happy that the both of them remained to stay. And soon the final battle between Yagura and Mei's, well, forces began after a few weeks of Naruto and Jiraiya just staying there. Naruto in those weeks was able to heal quite a lot of people and save a lot of lives, as he earned more and more gratitude from Mei as well as from all her troops, mainly from the rebel army. And that is when we see Yagura turn into the Three Tails perfect Jinchuriki and begin to attack in the Biju mode. As Naruto for the first time saw this and was able to save Mei just in the nick of time from a Bijudama, as many others jumped out of the way. Naruto, said Mei, you're alright. Everything's fine. Just remain here. As after patching her up quickly, we see that Naruto then said, leave this to me. As Naruto, thinking quickly, made some shadow clones and spread them out across the Biju. As the Biju charged and roared, as Naruto, using some of his clones, erected a red barrier surrounding the Biju and locking it in so that it couldn't cause any more destruction. As that is when some of the, well, clones jumped inside, as they used Funjutsu or slamming them on the ground, both of their hands on the ground to spread the matrix around and summon huge amount of chakra chains that tied down the Biju. As Naruto then said, oh god, I really hope this works. As that is when Naruto jumped in between, finding the original matrix that was placed on top of the shell of the Three Tails that made Yagura the Jinchuriki. As Naruto began to break down the seal one by one and bit by bit, as after the seal was completely reverse engineered, it worked as a charm, as it split both the Jinchuriki and the Biju separately, breaking them both out of Genjutsu and away from each other. As now we see Yagura being ripped out of the Biju has taken a huge toll, as Naruto thankfully being there was able to save him so that he could survive. As now we see Naruto heard these words, the masked person, he did this. And these were the only words Yagura could say before he died. As that is when we see the Three Tails who was standing there then said, what is this? Where am I? Isubu, you and Yagura have caused enough harm. What do you mean, where are you? The masked person. The Uchiha, the Sharingan user, he used a Genjutsu on us. What? Said Mei. What do you mean you were in a Genjutsu? What I am telling you is true, Mei. What Yagura did, oh my god, what we did, said Isubu as he remembered everything. It was all because he was controlling us. What? The person over there, Yagura, right? He couldn't be saved, I'm sorry, but he said the same thing about the masked person and him being doing that. As that is when Maiden said, who could it be? As that is when cheers could be heard, changing their subject and mind off of the topic as they all looked towards the rebel army who were cheering because they have defeated the oppressors and now the Kiri was liberated, thanks to them. As now we see Naruto within all of that with a shocked passed out, as Jiraiya went and grabbed him and took him somewhere safe. What the hell happened, kid? As now we see Naruto was still not conscious, but inside his mindscape we see him standing up in front of a huge cage, as red eyes were looking at him, but not with malice, with something that was examining her, you were able to defeat the Three Tails with ease, without even using my power. You're the Kyuubi no Yoko, so it is true. I am the Jinchuriki of you. Don't get me wrong, brat. Even if you are a Jinchuriki, remember that I am the strongest. Even if I wanted to, I could break you out of here in an instant, killing you. Then why haven't you so far? Said Naruto. Seeing that Naruto wasn't budging and was looking straight him in the eye, the Biju smirked. You're good, kid. I'll give you that. Why have you called me here? Ah, so you have come to a conclusion that I summoned you. Yes. Why? What the Three Tails said. What that man that died said. The masked person. The Uchiha. The Sharingan user. You see, 5 years ago, the attack. All those years ago, the attack that happened in your village that made you my Jinchuriki. It was the same person, I believe. What? The same person. It was an Uchiha who arrived, ripped me from your mother while you were born, and put me under a genjutsu to attack Konoha. What? What do you mean by that? Why do you think the Uchihas were killed? You read the letter, didn't you? As Naruto's eyes widened. I did, but how did you? I live within your mind, kid. I read your mind on a daily basis. I know what you have done and seen. As Naruto's eyes widened. Damn it. I know you have no malicious intent towards me. That is why I summoned you here. Because you have vowed that you would never use my power. And that is something that I can respect. What do you mean you respect? I respect that you have chosen to not use and rely on me as a source of power for you, but gain your own strength. Even if it means you are using your mother's method. What do you mean my mother's method? From what I can remember from the visions of your earliest moments, it was your mother who placed all of this matrix on your body. As Naruto's eyes widened. But why? Why do you think she would? It was to protect you. And look how it came handy all those years ago when you were attacked in an alleyway. As Naruto felt shudder run down his spine, he could have only imagined what could have gone wrong if he didn't have this power or ability that he was now aware of by Kurama. But Sensei told me that he lied to you, kid. He himself didn't even know who placed the damn seal on you. Oh, I see. Then this Mars person you speak of, who do you think it will be? He claimed to be Madara Uchiha from what I remember. But we have to find out, because if he's involved in this incident as well, he's out there somewhere, needs to be found and taken care of. As now we see, after that Naruto woke up and he had a confrontation with Jiraiya, who later confirmed what Kyuubi has said was indeed true. Meaning that Jiraiya was aware of his parents, and not only that, he was also aware of the masked person. Why didn't you tell me about this? It was to keep you safe, kid. Safe from who? From the people outside of the village or from within? Ah, damn it, kid. We did not thought about that. We thought that the villagers would honor your father. And they did. They were about to by killing me. Listen, kid. What happened was a mistake. I promise it won't happen again. Look, Jiraiya, I don't care about that. This masked person is out there. He's involved in both of the incidents. Both Yagura and the Isebu incident and mine. We have to get to the bottom of this. Not right now, kid. Leave the investigation to me. I promise we'll get to it. But for the time being, all you have to do is prepare for your journey back to the village. We have still a few months left. We can do this. What are you going to do in a few months after you find out? That was a man not even your father was able to defeat. A man who was able to put not only one but two bijus in a genjutsu. And even a leader of a village. What makes you think that you stand a chance, kid? As Naruto remained quiet, that is what I thought. We are going back. We'll need a plan if we're gonna go along with this. Right. You're right. As now we see, after a few months passed, Naruto and Jiraiya was going to return back to the village. But a few months ago, when this confrontation happened, they weren't aware that someone was watching them from the shadows. Someone being Zetsu. As he arrived in the Akatsuki headquarters and revealed what he has heard. As that is when we see the true leader came out in front of everyone. The one who was acting like a clown known as Tobi revealed himself to be Madara Uchiha, shocking everyone to the core. It seems that the little Jinchuriki has found out who I am. We need to take care of him. But but how? Zetsu, I think we need a plan. As that is when Itachi then said the Chunin exams are coming near in Konoha this time around of the year, and from what I have heard, the other villages will also be participating. How can you be so sure, Itachi? Suna is an ally. And from what we have heard from the news, Kiri is obliged to return to because they are now looking for an alliance with Konoha. Kumo has, well, somewhat neutral stance, and Naruto, from what I've heard, was able to form a bond of a sort with both of their Jinchurikis. So it's a good thing for us because most of the Jinchurikis will be there. What about Iba? Obviously, seeing that the other villages are going and coming together, it will be there out of curiosity, from what I can imagine. And this way, 5 villages, all of them will be in Konoha, alongside their leaders, heads, and even all of the Bijus and Churikis. So we have a few months left until then, right? Yes. 9 to 8 months are still left. Good. Gives us a lot of time to prep. But we need someone who can lead us within the village, said Itachi. What do you mean, lead us within? What I know are the routes that are known and used by the Anbus. Obviously we can't use them. Someone who has defected before me. And I know you all are aware who I am talking about. You can't be serious. He has already defected from us even. He's our only shot. And knowing that he has a vendetta against Konoha and with the current Hokage there, he will help us because he's gonna need all the help he gets as well. You're meaning Orochimaru, aren't you not? Yes. He's our only option here and best bet in getting into Konoha because he has gone in and out multiple times before. Alright. See what you can do, said Tobi. Are you sure about this, Madara-sama? We are. We don't have any choice. And this is the only opportunity we're gonna get as close as to grabbing all the Bijus in one go while there is a lot of distraction going on around. He will work as a perfect bait and distraction while we do our job. As after that we see, the plan was made as on the other side Naruto and Jiraiya after a few months returned back to Konoha. And after their return and having a reunion with Hiruzen, Naruto returned back to the, academy. Where, after meeting with Iruka and giving him the note, he sat down. And instantly, he passed because of, his trainings with Jiraiya. After getting his headband, he was about to return, that is until he saw that one of the civilian kids was talking to their sensei, where he was saying that he needs to steal the scroll of sealing to get the Rookie of the Year title and so on. Naruto obviously knew that there was no such thing because he has learned from the best. So, he went and informed Hiruzen. As Hiruzen's eyes narrowed, Naruto, someone is trying to steal our property. Thank you for revealing this to us. Who did you say it was? I believe it was Mizuki-sensei. One that works with our sensei Iruka who took my test? I know. Good. Thank you. Listen, Gigi, I have a plan. What do you mean, my boy? As Naruto had a smirk. As now we see in the nighttime, the civilian boy arrived and took the scroll as the coast was clear. As after that, he arrived at the rendezvous point. Where, now we see Naruto knocked him out and hinged into him and hid him away. As Naruto now hinged into him had the scroll. As the Fuma Shuriken was thrown towards his way, that Naruto grabbed and jumped on the tree, rotating it at full speed and slamming it onto the other side. Where we see now it was impaled into someone that was now impaled to the tree, and that someone screeched. As that is when Anbus jumped there as Naruto hinged back to his normal self. As Anbus then said, "Good job, Naruto. Leave him to us now." "How is this possible?" "It's simple. I heard you. That is what happened." As after that, in an instant, Mizuki was taken care of. And after that, the next day, the teams were announced. Naruto was placed with 2 of the, Genins there. Rookie of the Year Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. And their team leader was going to be Kakashi Hatake. Obviously, Sasuke and Sakura were not aware of Naruto. I mean, they talked to him and they were kids back in the day when they used to play together, but after that, Naruto left. And for many years. As now he almost out of nowhere returned and almost changed completely instead of the obnoxious self that he held out that he was going to be Hokage back in the day. As now we see, Naruto then said, "Sakura, right? Sasuke, I heard what happened to the Uchiha clan, and what of it? It was an awful event that happened. I don't wish to talk about that, not with someone like you. Look, I know that you think I'm the least qualified person, but I will be able to help you if you wish to train and become powerful. How so? I trained with Jiraiya, one of the Sanin. So you gonna boast about that? No, I'm not boasting. I'm offering you my help. And what do you expect in return? What do you mean by that? Obviously you want something from me. I don't wish anything. I just wish to see you not fall into the same path that Itachi did. What do you mean by that? What do you know? Obviously, Jiraiya sensei knew that you would be like this. You are currently a flight risk. There are Anbus watching you all over the place. Why are you telling me this? To gain my trust? No. Just so you know that if you try something funny that you'll be tracked down within an instant. And you don't act funny. What I want from you is your cooperation if you want to become strong. But not only becoming strong will get you anywhere. You need to be smart here as well. What do you mean by that? I'm smart enough. I'm the goddamn rookie of the year. You are, but your judgment is clouded by hatred and anger. Use it as a weapon for good that will help you in the future. As that is when Sasuke was quiet for a moment. Sakura tried to intervene, but Naruto cut her off as Sasuke then said, "Fine." As that is when we see Kakashi arrived, and as in canon they did their, introduction, and soon they were about told to leave, but Naruto then said, "How about we head to the training ground?" Alright. And there we see Naruto and Sasuke begin to form their bond as they begin their training. As soon after that, Sasuke began to realize just how much flawed and angry he was, channeling his anger the wrong way, mainly wanting what Itachi would have wanted him to do. As now we see, after realizing his mistake in one night, he knew that he needed help to get strong, and Naruto, for the time being, would be able to help him. So now we see, after the training test, Naruto and Sasuke begin their training regularly, as they even did the Genin, chores, which were D-rank missions, as well as other stuff, while Naruto and Sasuke trained. Even on their first D-rank mission, which was to help out Tazuna, they did their training as well, even after their encounters with both the Demon Brothers and as well as with the Land of Waves, Zabuza Mochi and Haku and the others. As after they returned from there as heroes, thankfully mainly because of Naruto and Sasuke working together, which was much to pleasure of Kakashi, they returned as heroes, not only of Land of Waves but also of Konoha, because they rescued their sensei not only once but twice, but also helped out their teammate Sakura. As that is when we see Sasuke begin to realize that he and Naruto are like more than friends, as best friends, and they are also strong when they are together. Sasuke began to change his view of teammates as liabilities and saw them as someone who would have their back almost all of times, mainly if that someone was Naruto. And Sasuke, he has realized that he has gotten stronger, where after his return he was offered even to skip the Chunin exams to get a Chunin belt, but he told himself that no, he should go through the Chunin exams at least, which were right around the corner, to test his might. And that is what they did. During the first exam, Sasuke was about to tell the others that it was a genjutsu, but Naruto stopped him. As Sasuke realized why this was placed, this was a test. The less competition they have, the better. And after that we see the second exam happened on the upper stage of the academy, where the written test was done. And after that, Anko Mitsubishi came and the second part began. And in that, Orochimaru was waiting. As soon as the Team 7 got the scroll from a rain team as they were heading towards the center tower, we see that Orochimaru arrived and a confrontation happened. Thankfully, Naruto's ability came in handy as he was able to copy each and every Orochimaru's move and get a counter prepared for it, while he aimed for Sasuke mainly. And that is when we see huge summons were sent by Orochimaru towards Naruto, taking and dragging him away, while Sasuke and Sakura were frozen in fear. Sasuke knew that Sakura was a liability at the moment, so that is why he got her out of the way by making sure that she wouldn't get hurt, by telling her that take both of the scrolls and get to the center and get help. And that is what she did. She dashed away from there. And after that we see Orochimaru then said, "My oh my, quite a brave one, have we not here? What do you want from us? Who even are you? I have told you, haven't you not? I am Orochimaru, and what I desire is you, Sasuke, he said, licking his lips as he elongated his neck, trying to give Sasuke a bite mark on the neck. But before that could happen, Naruto cleaved off his neck while rotating in midair with the blade in his hands. As the neck was cleaved off, we see Orochimaru reappear from the cut off head in his original form as he gritted his teeth. What have you done to my summons? Took care of them. As now we see, Naruto then says, Sasuke, I want you to get out of here. I'll buy you some time. No, I'm not gonna leave you behind, Naruto. Alright then. Get ready to prepare to use that jutsu. What? But I haven't. Now's your best shot, Sasuke. Go ahead. Use as much chakra you want. I'll buy you the time. As Naruto's other clones appeared from the bushes, as they begin to prepare the same seal matrix that locked him down within. Huh. Impressive. You knew an S-rank sealing technique. But what else? As suddenly from that red barrier, we see a huge amount of chains appear that tied him down. As that is when Orochimaru realized his chakra was being absorbed. Damn it! This brat is more stronger than I imagined. And really impressive. At his age, able to do these jutsus that even I am not aware of. What half-sensei prepared is truly magnificent. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Jiraiya's student is strong. And I have clearly misjudged. Now! As the front gate of the barrier disappeared with a poof of clone, as that is when Sasuke then said, Fire style, majestic flame destroyer! As huge amount of fire wave was released, burning everything in its vicinity, mailing within the seal, as the whole ground, trees, and even Orochimaru that was tied up was burned to crisp. As now we see, Sasuke was fainting, as Naruto disappeared and grabbed him instantly, and as soon as he did, he didn't look back. He dashed forward towards the center heart of the village, leaving Orochimaru behind. As now we see, there was nothing more than a skeleton that was burnt there to ashes. As soon from one of the sound nymphs that were following, the seal activated, and from that seal erupted Orochimaru, making sure that he was alive. Damn it! I almost got killed by that brat. It was a mess. Now I'm quite intrigued what the brat can do. Orochimaru, Sama, Kimimaro, gather the others and keep a close eye on that blonde boy. But what about the Uchiha? The Uchiha is a secondary now. I am more interested in what that boy can do. What is his name, Kabuto, again? Naruto Uzumaki. Orochimaru-sama. He's the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. Uzumaki, you say? He's obviously Minato's son. Damn it. I did not expect his son to be this strong even. He's already surpassed even Minato's level. That much I'm sure of. As now we see, after arriving in the center heart, we see that a lot of Anbus were alerted as they spread out to the whole village, and they only recovered the carcass of the remaining. As Anko then said, that bastard. I should have been aware. Something obviously was off with that Genin. He's somewhere here. This seal, it allows him to live. So he isn't killed, Anko. Are you sure about that? Said Hiruzen. I'm sure, Hokage-sama. That bastard is not that easy to kill. Alright. Do as Anko say. Do a full sweep. And look out for the kids. We will. Good. As now we see, Naruto and the others were being checked upon by Hiruzen and Kakashi. You did good, guys. But Naruto, Sasuke, what you did was extremely risky. Hey, come on, Sensei. We also took risk back in the land of babes. Didn't we not, Sasuke? We did. But I'm happy to know that at least I was able to do that jutsu. As that is when Hiruzen arrived and said, I'm proud of you both. You have made exponential growth. And not only that, I think you're at least up to Chunin or low Chunin level. Jonin level. As both of them were happy with that. As Sasuke then said, Thanks, Naruto. What are you thanking me about? It was you who focused and trained harder. As Sasuke smirked. I get it. As after that, Hiruzen then informed them, I'm sorry to burst this moment, but I have something urgent to tell you. As you are aware that a lot of Genins were able to successfully pass the second exams, much more than we anticipated, the third exam will be held after 1 month of break. What? Then what are we supposed to do until then? Well, right now, to cut off as many as we can, we're going to have the preliminary rounds. As both of the Genins were shocked after they heard this. Do you think you can participate? We can. We will. As after that we see Sakura, disqualified herself because she was still too much shaken up, but Sasuke and Naruto, they advanced. As the whole preliminary rounds came to an end, they now had 1 month of wait in front of them, as at the time the Akatsuki members were able to evaluate themselves and their attack strategy, who were also present there hiding amongst plain sight. And as for Orochimaru, even he was impressed. Kakashi obviously took Sasuke because Naruto, well, was training with Jiraiya, while the others were busy training with themselves. And after 1 month in the final exams, we see that as soon as the exams were about to begin, the Akatsuki attacked. As soon as they did, every other Kage alongside their Biju and Jinchuriki, alongside with most of the civilians, were under a Genjutsu. Except for Naruto, thanks to Kurama, he was able to break through it. Naruto and Kurama have been talking, and Naruto was able to come at least to the naming terms where they were able to reveal their names to one another. "What the hell is going on, Kurama?" said Naruto in his mindscape as he was watching all of this. "Some sort of Genjutsu that is strong enough. Luckily for you, I'm strong enough to resist it. Meaning you are able to resist it. What are we going to do? Everyone is under a sleeping Genjutsu. This potent Genjutsu. How are we gonna break through it? I have a plan, kid. Break the seal." "Alright, I trust you on this one, Kurama." As after the seal was unlocked, we see that Naruto's parents arrived, and after their heartfelt moment, Naruto was fully aware of his Kekkai Genkai that was given to him. It was a copy Kekkai Genkai. So now Naruto in KCM 2 state was able to copy any jutsu and even dojutsu because his mother unlocked the final touches, allowing him to copy even dojutsus if possible. Naruto instantly copied the Rinnegan, and now he had the power of the 6 spots at his hand as well. Using the same power that their trump card had, Naruto evened the odds and was able to free everyone from the Genjutsu, making sure now the odds were in his favor. Seeing that Naruto was the one saving most of them, they all joined in alongside the Kages, and soon the battle commenced. As it was like a tug of war, even if the Akatsuki and Orochimaru's army was in a lesser number, in the end they were the ones who were pushed back, to the point where Naruto even used a huge seal to secure them within, and then used his chakra chains to guard them all. And then he arrived there with 2 tri-pronged kunais that were coated in golden chakra. As he then said, "Flying Raijin, Stage 3, Flash Taps," as all they saw was nothing more than slicing sounds and clinging sounds and sparks. As Naruto was standing on the other side, his arms crossed one another, his kunai dripping with blood, as all of the others then fell down to the ground in multiple pieces that were cut in huge meat chunks, indicating that Naruto was able to slice through all of them. As some of the shinobis who watched this had PTSDs from mainly Eva, witnessing the new rebirth of the Yellow Flash that was much more menacing and stronger than before. As after that we see Naruto defeated the Zetsu army that arrived there as backup alongside with the, army of Orochimaru. Orochimaru, seeing that he has to cut his losses, escaped alongside with Kabuto and Sound 4, hiding, seeing that he bite on to more than he can chew upon. But the Akatsuki, they were taken care of, and even Zetsu and the others were killed, and the whole elemental nation for the first time cheered, but not for themselves in their victory, but for Naruto and his bravery to protect them and free them all. As Naruto was quite surprised, and thankfully after that, a huge amount of letters from daimyos as well as from the other villages and their Hokages were sent as thank you to Naruto. And not only that, alliance letter was sent, and in the Iron Country an alliance was formed, only on a condition that Naruto would be the future Hokage of the village. And besides, Oniki even as well as the others liked Naruto, especially Mei Terumi, because she couldn't shake off the feeling of Naruto out of her head because Naruto's rescue of her. And she also sent it in a political marriage letter, and it was accepted because who wouldn't want that? Mainly Jiraiya would have wanted that. So Naruto now was engaged to a woman that was older than him by 10 years of lifespan, but thanks to Jiraiya's influence over the course of years, he was happy about it because he was into them. As now we see, once Naruto reached at the age of 18, when Mei reached at the age of 38, both of them got married and were now the Hokage as well as Mizukage of both villages still. It was the strongest alliance that was made, and the whole elemental nation was at peace and secure, without any war that occurred. Just an event that was regarded as the Konoha Crush. Orochimaru was still alive out there, but he has turned over a new leaf. And as for Jiraiya, he and Tsunade has gotten together over the course of years of going back and forth. And as for Hiruzen, he has successfully retired and made his successor Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze himself. One born with an ability strong enough that could be the trump card, even over any Biju or even the Sage, some might say, the true communist shinobi in reality. And as for the Bijus, instead of being seen as the hatred monsters, they were now regarded and seen as, well, part of the shinobi life cycle, as well as beings filled with knowledge and the children of the sage. As Naruto said, everyone and everything was finally at peace. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is me and I'm signing out for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.